Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A protest is underway right now in Devil's Lake surrounding the death of a man who was shot by a police officer.
In July, a Devil's Lake detective named Brandon Potts was involved in a struggle with Daniel Fuller. It resulted in the discharge of a gun that led to Danny's death. Today, Fuller's family and friends are peacefully demonstrating the life of Danny. And that's where we find Maddie Jelseth, who joins us live from Devil's Lake. Maddie?
Andrea, Mike, I'm just going to stand back and let you guys listen to this for a few more seconds. There are about 100 people out here getting justice for Danny. A few signs say no justice, no peace. We demand change and all lives matter. I'm joined with his sister Allison right now. Allison, what does this mean, having all this support?
It means a lot that the community is coming out and supporting our family and getting answers and bringing awareness to what happened to Danny.
And I know you want to say something to commissioners. What do you want to say to them?
I want them to be accountable and start being transparent to the citizens of Devil's Lake and the Lake region. If they were a transparent government, none of this could have been avoided.
And I know they weren't allowed to actually be in this commission meeting today. Talk to me about that.
Well, they weren't allowed to be in the meeting because of a pending lawsuit that the family retained an attorney because of the small town stuff that goes on. We were really concerned about the video, the dash cam, and that would go missing or it would be scrubbed over or recorded over. So we hired an attorney to file a motion to preserve all evidence for a pending future civil case.
And I know Detective Potts is still on paid administrative leave. They did tell me that they want the same things as you guys, justice for Danny and resolution. Reporting live in Devil's Lake for Valley News Live, I'm Maddie Jelseth.
Okay, thank you, Maddie, for that live report.
And just like that, we go from warm outside to feeling a chill in the air. Let's find out from Hutch about the drop in temps and how low we'll go tonight. Hutch?
Well, it looks like a cool night for sure. Temperatures right now are 24 degrees cooler than they were yesterday at this time in the Fargo area. Most of the day we were greater than 30 degrees cooler than yesterday. So a chilly evening in the making, a few sprinkles along the international border as you still have some clouds north of Highway 2. The rest of us finally seeing some late day sun, and thanks to that sunshine, our temperatures rallied into the 60s. We'll spend most of the evening in the 50s under clear skies and a light wind, so not too bad out there. Overnight, though, temperatures for some could dip into the 30s. I'll have details on where that will be, and we'll look ahead to the rest of your work week, Mike, here in just a few minutes.
What a difference a day can make.
It sure does.
All right, thanks, Hutch.
One man is dead after his vehicle collided with a tree and caught on fire in Becker County Sunday morning. 27-year-old Bruce Armstrong and his passenger, 25-year-old Corey Hoffman, were heading southbound on County Highway 29 when the car left the road, collided with a tree, and started on fire. Both occupants were airlifted to Sanford Hospital in Fargo, where Armstrong was pronounced dead. There is no word on Hoffman's condition at this time. The crash is still under investigation.
North Dakota's first West Nile virus-related death for the year has been confirmed. The health department saying the man who died was over 60 years old and from northwestern North Dakota. The virus can lead to an altered mental state and possible death in the most severe cases. People older than 60 years or those who have underlying health issues are at the greatest risk of developing severe symptoms of the infection. Transmission of the virus, that usually peaks in late summer in North Dakota. Extra steps to protect yourself and your family would include wearing repellent that contains DEET, limiting outdoor activities between dusk and dawn, removing containers and lead and debris from your home where mosquitoes might lay eggs, and keeping your lawn trimmed short. Now, last year, North Dakota had 62 cases and 2 West Nile virus-related deaths.
New information on last week's firing of West Fargo High School swimming coach Ronald Hain for inappropriate coaching practices.
Over the weekend, parents told us that Hain attached weights to rope belts on his swimmers and had them swim across the pool. They had said that he had swimmers go 12 feet underwater and had them swim back up without kicking off the rope belts of weights.
They went on to say that some swimmers struggled and that lifeguards had to pull some girls out of the water. Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Bailey Hurley looked into the coaching tactics of Hain, the ones that he used. Bailey?
Mike, Andrea, I talked with two former West Fargo swimmers who have since gone on to swim at the collegiate level, and they tell me that none of their coaches have ever used methods like Hain's. Danica Dutt and Hallie Peterson tell me they have swam with weights before. However, the weights have never been physically attached to their bodies and could have easily been released if needed. Neither swimmers were able to talk with me on camera today, but Dutt tells me that going underwater and swimming up with weights has never been something I've done or learned, and I don't think it should be accepted, especially for non-collegiate swimmers. And Peterson added that putting any weight on your body when in the water is a situation that can quickly become dangerous, even at the competitive level. However, I talked with two former swimmers who say they had Hain to thank for their swimming careers beyond high school. Bo Anderson says he doesn't think Hain would do anything to endanger his athletes, adding that the coaching practices in question are tactics he would have never blinked an eye at in high school or in college.
You know, when you take those weights off, everything is going to feel so much easier than when you are swimming with the weights on. It builds strength and it builds endurance, and like I said, it's normal. I might not have liked the practice when I was a swimmer, but at the end of the day, that's the sport I chose, and I wouldn't have complained and gotten fired.
The West Fargo School District is expected to release more documents on this case later this week. They also found out that Hain was also a former swim coach at Fargo South and Concordia College. However, I was not able to get any documents as to why he left those positions. Andrea?
All right. Thank you, Bailey. In a statement to Valley News Live yesterday, Ronald Hain said the facts are that this training style was presented at the 2014 North Dakota Coaches Clinic by Sam Freeze, head coach at Oklahoma Baptist University. We also reached out to USA Swimming today, but did not hear back. Barb Fisher, who coaches the Packers boys team, has been named interim coach of the girls program.
Holly schools went into a lockdown today as authorities search for a wanted man nearby. The male was running from police in the 800 block of 9th Street around noon. A canine unit was used because the chase was so close to school buildings, so leaders decided to go into an administrative lockdown. The man was not found. He's 31-year-old Cody Little Ghost. He's 6 feet 2 inches tall, about 200 pounds. Last seen wearing a black and red hooded sweatshirt and black shorts. If you know where he is, contact law enforcement.
Jury selection will be underway tomorrow in the case of William Hain for the death of Savannah Graywind. Hain faces a charge of conspiracy to commit murder in Graywind's death. Graywind was found dead last year after having her baby cut from her womb. Hain pleaded guilty earlier this month to kidnapping and providing false information to law enforcement, but says he did not plan the murder. Hain's former girlfriend, Brooke Cruz, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit murder and 2 other charges and is serving life in prison without parole. Graywind was 8 months pregnant when she vanished. Her body was found 8 days later in the Red River. The baby was found healthy at the home of Cruz and Hain and is now in the custody of her father.
Later on Valley News Live at 6, it's time to strike up homecoming at NDSU.
And there was some cheering going on in downtown Fargo this morning regarding a new city hall.
You're watching Valley News Live on TV, online, and on the go. Always on, wherever you are, whenever you need to know. Valley News Live. You're watching Valley News Live on KVLY, your hometown NBC station.
Serving part-time as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment to get an edge in the civilian world. Learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you at nationalguard.com.
Is that too much pizza?
Is the XL&Y too much pizza for us?
Oh no, that's my personal extra large pizza.
Now for $8, get any XL&Y. We make it, you bake it. Papa Murphy's.
Have you put off buying a new Tempur-Pedic mattress because it hasn't fit in your budget? Let Conlon Sleep Center help you upgrade to the highest level of comfort, support, and performance on a new Tempur-Pedic. Get the rest you deserve for as little as $33 a month. Plus, receive $300 in bonus cash. Don't miss your chance to sleep on the most highly recommended bed in America for as little as $33 a month. Hurry into Conlon Sleep Center for your new Tempur-Pedic.
Today we're here to talk about trucks.
I love trucks.
Well, what truck brand comes from the family of the most dependable, longest-lasting full-size pickups on the road?
I think it's the Chevy.
Ford.
It's not Ford.
I think it's Ram.
Not Ram either.
It's Chevy.
Gorgeous.
Get a total value of $7,250 on this Silverado. Plus, trade up and get an additional $3,250 total cash allowance when you finance with GM Financial. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
I'm Kelly Armstrong, candidate for Congress, and I approve this message.
I'm Kirsty Armstrong. I want to talk to you about what kind of man my husband Kelly Armstrong is. Kelly is a lifelong devoted North Dakotan. Family and community service are deeply important to Kelly. As Senator, Kelly has been a true leader. Kelly leads with his heart, he gets results, and he always strives to do the right thing. What Kelly Armstrong the man means to me is what will make him the best representative for North Dakota.
Get answers to your health questions. Go to valleynewslive.com and click on the Healthier Me link.
Don't say we didn't warn you. Starting tomorrow, westbound traffic on 13th Avenue South in Fargo will be down to one lane between 25th and 27th Streets South. And 27th Street South will be closed to through traffic between the 13th and 12th Avenue South. Also tomorrow, southbound traffic on 28th Street South will be closed to traffic between 13th and 12th Avenues South. In both cases, traffic will be detoured, so look for signs. The closures are necessary for repairs to water main valves. The roads are expected to fully reopen by the end of the day on Friday.
The new City Hall in downtown Fargo is open for business. A ribbon cutting was held today marking the occasion. Following 25 months of construction, this 150,000 square foot structure will house 12 of the city's departments and over 200 employees. A separate grand opening celebration with public tours within each department will be scheduled for late October. It was designed to house the city's operations for the next 100 years.
The push is on in Minnesota to make sure that drivers are buckling up. Law enforcement in Clay County, along with more than 300 law enforcement agencies across the state, will be participating in the statewide Click It or Ticket campaign from now through September 29th. For those not choosing to buckle up, keep in mind that last year, 76% of the unbelted deaths occurred in greater Minnesota. And of the 83 children from birth to age 7 who were seriously injured in motor vehicle accidents, only 47% of the victims were properly secured.
If you go to or have attended NDSU, it's the week for homecoming fun, including the game that'll be televised right here. Details later on Valley News Live at 6.
And from temperatures 20+ degrees above average yesterday, it really dove today down into the 60s here in the valley. It does look like the cool air is here to stay for some time. Details in your forecast are next.